And thank you for joining us for the 2025 Krewe of Janus Mardi Gras Parade. I'm Kyla Scott.
And I'm Alex Noel, and joining us here is Janet Briard with the Krewe of Janus. Who did we just see on the
We
screen
just saw
today?
those beautiful Clydesdales.
Yes.
They're so just amazing, and we want to thank Budweiser for bringing them in from St. Louis. It's been 7 years since we've had them, so we're so excited to have them here.
Yeah, the parade has been rolling, so we're taking a live look at it right now. Those are the Budweiser Clydesdales trucks following up behind those Clydesdales horses. So they've been around. We did some trivia yesterday. We asked people if they knew how long the Budweiser Clydesdales had been in existence. 92 years.
92 years.
That's a long time.
That's a long time. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
And how long did you say it's been since they have been in our parade?
7 years ago. It takes a long time because they started, the Marcella Beverage here started working on that in March.
Oh, wow,
And we
okay.
just found out about it. So it takes a while for them to commit to come into a parade.
Oh.
Of course, they were down in New Orleans for the Super Bowl.
Okay.
So they just had to come up here for that.
And of course, we're excited to have those horses here, but what's the purpose of the 18-wheelers behind them?
Well, as soon as it's over, they will be loaded onto those 18-wheelers to take them back to the Ike.
Absolutely. So they're very, very well taken care of. I know we saw the little poop cart come after, so nobody following them has to worry about
That's exactly right. That's not a job I would want,
I
but
know.
it's okay.
But somebody's got to do it.
Yes, exactly. But they are massive and they're so impressive. I mean, they weigh like 2,000 pounds.
Yeah, those are really huge horses. We were talking before the show about, you know, just how massive they are in size. Very beautiful. I feel like they are the divas of the horse.
They are that, and they are so well taken care of. They're true divas because they have their people from St. Louis that are here with them that are in charge of them.
They have an entourage.
Yes, they do. And they
also
went and
had-
delivered. They went and delivered at the restaurants yesterday.
Really?
And
So they,
yes.
they make guest appearances.
Right.
Okay.
In the carriage.
They also had the Dalmatians with them,
Yes,
right?
they have 2 Dalmatians. They were so cute. So cute. I didn't see them on this, but I'm sure they were
Yeah,
on there.
I didn't see them passing by. But yeah, the Krewe has been rolling. Of course, the parade got moved up. We have inclement weather, but of course, the show must go on and the good times must
Roll.
keep rolling.
That's right. Les say le bon temps roulé. That's right.
So let's talk kind of about who is in the parade, like the lineup, what we can expect to see.
Well, we have 30 floats.
Okay.
And we have 6 bands.
Okay.
And we have the Luna Chicks, and we have Carolyn's dance group. So we have a lot of people that are going to be on the ground doing their thing. And then, of course, we have the 501st Stormtroopers
Okay.
that will be on a float, and that's pretty cool.
Okay. Well, let's talk about the theme this year.
We are flying to the moon, so you're going to see aliens, you're going to see moon craters, you're going to see men in black. There are just so many things that you're going to see. Buzz Lightyear, they're astronauts. Our captains are in astronaut costumes, and so there's going to be a lot of that going on.
Okay, I love it all. Like, so when you all come up with a theme, is it like a vote or?
Yes, it's a vote, and we do 3 years at a time.
Really?
So we have our next 3 years pointed out.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So it's like you can almost get a head start,
Well, you
big
have
head
to
start
because
on.
you have to form your cloisonne,
Yeah.
and that takes a long time
Yeah.
to do that. So we do set up for 3 years in advance.
Oh, okay.
And it gives people a chance to find out what kind of costumes they want to do, just things like
Floats
that.
take a long time to decorate,
Yes.
depending on their size.
And you have to change what's our generic Mardi Gras floats are changed over for this theme.
Okay.
So you'll see some beautiful stuff like Coca-Cola Bottling Company. That float is gorgeous. So they put a lot of time into this, a lot of time.
Yeah, we know, like Alex said, you start on it
Tomorrow.
yeah, basically. So next
Yes.
year y'all will be ready for next year starting tomorrow or gearing up. for
We're
next
gear
year.
up, that's right.
Starting.
We do it the whole year long, yeah.
And so sponsors, let's talk about who is.
Well, our platinum sponsor, who is helping us to produce this, is Scott Powerline Utilities and Equipment. And they have been, this is the 2nd year that they're our sponsor to the parade. And then we have green sponsors are Kepper, United Rental, Monroe West Monroe, Marcella Beverage, which we just saw, the Clydesdales, Complete Taxes. Our silver are Magic Grill, J Mart, Energy, which we have an energy truck usually comes through and makes sure that all the lines are up high enough, because some of the floats are tall and they can't be snagged.
Right.
We had a snag one year.
Really?
Yes.
Well,
it was
it's
not
definitely
fun.
good that Energy is
Part of it. Yes.
Safe.
Brooks Florist, Bruscato Law Firm, Fat Tuesdays, Fabrics, Magic Grill, Dat Catfish Place, and Stumble Out. Those are our silvers.
Okay.
Our purple, Positive Outcomes, Waterview Casino, River Cities Charities, Louisiana Seafood, Host Law Photography, Daniel's Dumpsters, Silas Simmons. Gold sponsors are Coca-Cola. And then we have the media partners, Radio People, Fox 14, KTVE, of course. We're so thankful for y'all. And Stevens Media Group, which would be 104, and then Lamar Advertising. Those are our sponsors.
Well, we definitely want to give a shout out to everyone who has made this parade today possible. I know a lot of people are out and about and have been waiting on this parade all year. You know, it's Mardi Gras season.
It's great to see a crowd out there too.
So what's you all's favorite part of Mardi Gras? Like just in general, just.
Well, there's a lot of anticipation for this. A lot of work goes. You can't imagine how much work goes into lining this up. And so that's fun. Rolling is a lot of fun. Throwing is fun. Seeing people in the crowd, and of course you try to throw to them, but by the time you get to them, they're past. You're past it. So you're kind of shuffling to try to get those beads to them. And then stopping at the float den is fun too.
And of course, from a weather perspective today, it's going to be fun to see people who are throwing. They're going to have to adjust to throw further into the wind and then to actually make it to the person.
Yeah, I was not thinking about that as far as what is, you know, going into, like, as far as weather interrupting that. But yeah, definitely they're going to have to come up with some very creative ideas to kind of, you know, land the mark. But we are actually about to look at one of the stories that we put together about this event coming up, so take a look.
Okay, so this year's Mardi Gras Parade is underway and we are so excited, but there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that people don't realize, and I'm here with Todd Coble, and he is actually over the bead department, which is a tremendously large undertaking, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
We deal with several variety of wholesalers that come bring all the pallets, and whenever I mean pallets, I actually mean pallets. Just one style of bead we have 800 cases coming in of those types. But we also have other varieties. That's the most common bead, but we also have other variety of beads we have, so it's not very monotonous over time.
Right, so you have the specialty beads, you got the throws for the kids. I know there's just a lot of different things that you have here. So just because, you know, I mean, you do have a lot of beads. I mean, I don't know, I mean, everyone that's out there knows that they're getting hit right now with a ton of beads because there's a requirement to ride on the float to have a certain number of beads, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Or throws. Yeah.
Throws. There is a requirement, 25 gross, which is a lot more than a lot of people have. And because this year's theme, Janus Goes to the Moon, we have specialty items of light up beads this year.
Okay.
We also have some glow in the dark beads as well to go along with that idea.
Right. So yeah. So as you're catching those beads and you're taking them home and you know you're enjoying the evening, just know that Todd's been sitting here working and slaving trying to get these beads ready for you. Get them here because I think they were delayed a little bit because of the weather in South Louisiana.
Yeah, snow in New Orleans. That was the weird
who
part.
Knew? Yeah, who knew?
But this process actually starts in the summer. All the way back in June, I was already making connections, talking to people about getting all the beads up here at this time.
Yeah. So, and I think you work at a high school, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So that it's going to take that kind of mentality to get this together and you know, don't lose focus and get these beads here and get them ready for everybody. So thank you so much for all you do, and I know that y'all are enjoying your beads. So you know, just when you do, just, you know, say thank you, Todd. So anyway, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we hope you're enjoying the parade and stay safe.
Well, just really quickly, we're talking about the beads. Like, is there like a system as far as like when you get them loaded onto the floats? Do you go by color? Do you size?
No. Well, you would put the same kind of beads together on, because we have hooks everywhere along the floats. But then again, it's also looks good as it's rolling. People want, I want that one, I want that one. And unfortunately, when you throw a cheaper bead, people throw them back at you.
Oh my gosh, so rude.
I know, it is rude, but it's okay. You know, we kind of expect it, unfortunately. But it's part of what it is, part of what it is.
Well, when it comes to like as far as the parade goes and the bead throwing and everything, like, is there something that's like behind the scenes that people wouldn't think about? That would be...
Some of them are top hats, some of them are ball caps.
Okay.
And so they'll be throwing those, but they didn't make that many because they want it to be exclusive.
Oh, okay.
So each person made maybe 5 of them.
Oh, cool.
So to catch one is a real coup.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's we've been doing this for 3 years with our signature hats.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we just wanted to let our viewers know there is a gap in the parade, and so we're just kind of talking about the history of the Krewe of Janus. The parade is getting, started. We missed the Budweiser Clydales. If you tune in, you may have seen those trucks passing by. But there's a slight gap in the parade. But let's kind of talk about who is in the parade. Like, we have some bands. We have
we have lots of bands, and thankfully we only have one band that pulled out, but we have quite a few bands. We have the Caroline's, as I said, Caroline's dance group, the little girls, you'll love them. And we have Minden High School Band, Richwood, Carroll, Madison out of Tallulah.
Okay.
Wassman had to drop out. Rayville, and then the Sons of Confederates, and Jonesboro High, and this is their first year, I think,
really?
at Jonesboro High.
And we were just talking earlier, we only have one that pulled out, but I know the weather is not ideal for today, but due to the warmer temperatures, those bands are not going to have to struggle with their instruments or their flags. They're very hard to use when they're cold.
Flags will be hard in the wind.
The wind is going to be horrible for the flag color guard team, but you won't have to worry about warming up your instruments, so they're going to sound, I'm sure, fantastic.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Okay.
they will. They will.
And so you were talking about, you gave us a little science lesson on why that's a thing.
Right. So your instruments, most of them besides your woodwinds, obviously, so your tubas, your trombones, trumpets, etc. Exactly. They're all made of metal, and metal can expand or contract at different temperatures. So when it's really cold outside, it actually changes the tune.
The sound.
So they have to work a lot harder to warm up the instrument, and they can get tired a bit faster. It's called busting your chops.
Busting your chops.
That makes sense.
And for color guard especially, you're holding a very cold metal pipe.
Yeah, I guess that
can get tiring for your fingers after a while.
And then you got to fight the wind with
Today is
it.
the wind, so I wouldn't be surprised if
It's going to be hard.
a few guards don't have the winds, but pom-poms are probably going to be a popular thing.
Yeah, I can see that too. Yeah, with them kind of like rustling in the wind.
I can expect some bands to be playing a bit louder than normal to try to be heard over the wind.
Yes, that's true. That's
to be
true.
standing right next to them is going to be quite a treat.
So we have some ladies doing some dancing right now.
Yeah.
They've got something.
getting ready.
Oh yes, there's music everywhere. Lots of people have their speakers out there, and they're just having a good time, which is wonderful to see. I love driving down Louisville Avenue, like on Wednesday or Thursday, when you start to see the RVs just parked everywhere, so knowing that the band is coming and the parade's coming. It'll be fun.
I'm glad to see that there's a good amount of people. I was hoping that the weather wouldn't deter too many, but again, we are staying weather aware today. After the parade, it's important to keep alert.
And this is our first time to roll in the daytime, so it's really going to be different for our people.
It'll be nice during the daytime, though. You get to see all of the hard work that has been put into the floats.
That's true, but you also see who you hit.
Right.
That's not fun when you see you hit a child. You don't mean to, but the beads go where they go.
Right. Well, coming up next, we are actually going to meet the king and queen of this whole thing, and so just check them out.
Hey, we're so excited to be here again in the middle of the 42nd annual Krewe of Janus Mardi Gras Parade, and I'm here with the King and Queen again, Kathy and Robert, and we've got so much that's been going on tonight. I know you've been enjoying it, but there's a lot of things that you may or may not have seen yet. But what's kind of cool is the theme this year is
Janus flies to the moon.
And in honor of that, we have some special walkers that are they're walking and riding, and they are with
the 501st Legion. They are going to be dressed as Star Wars characters, I believe.
Yes.
So watch for those if you haven't seen them already.
Yeah, and I mean, so I think that they actually are local, but they're bringing people from all around the United States to participate. So it's a big group.
I think they represent in multiple areas across the United States, if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And then this is a local crew that'll be with us. We're honored to have them. Watch for those stormtroopers out there.
Watch for them and get some pics. You know, that's going to be good. And then also, I know that you've got a really good marshal, Grand Marshal this year, who is local. So
His name is Philip Thomas, and he leads the Pilots for Patient program. He said he's flown back and forth to the moon many times.
Many times. So yeah, he's the perfect Grand Marshal for this year. I know they do so much good for the community,
Yes.
and so glad that he's a part of it. I know that he's probably really excited about this. So.
He seems to be just ready to go.
Yep, ready to go. We all are ready to go. Yes. And so anyway, and then I know that you've got a title sponsor that's always been involved and is a large part of this year. And
Yes.
who is that?
They co-host the parade with us. That's Scott Powerline and Utility Equipment, and we appreciate everything they do for the crew.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes as well.
Yeah,
a lot of
'cause
equipment that
there's
needs to be used.
Right. Yeah, everybody just sees what's going on. They
Yes.
don't see the behind the scenes,
Right.
the setup, and so I know that we've talked about the parade and the setup, but you know what? When the parade is over, it just begins. Is that right?
We'll take a breath and then we start all over and get ready for next
Yep.
year.
And then you've
Usually
got
that
other
night
events,
is,
too.
once the parade is over with, we park the floats out on Washington, that back here, and not Washington, Hudson
Yeah,
Lane.
Hudson, yeah, close enough.
We bring each one of those back in, and if the weather allows, we park them in the back, and it'll take upwards to 2 to 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes to get them all
yeah.
back in.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I've ridden for quite a few years now. I mean, I'm not going to date myself, but it's been a long time I've been riding with Krewe of Janus, and I actually left a bag on here, and I had to wait for everybody to get it back, and so I know personally that it takes a while to get all that set up, but it's not just that. Then then there's cleanup the
That's
next
right.
day. You
Yes.
clean the floats, and then there's just so much that goes into it. So what you see out there and what you're enjoying with all the beads, there's a lot of work. So and it's all given from everyone's heart. Everyone enjoys this. So and then I know you've got a couple of other things that you do after the parade.
Yes, well, during the season, actually it started this past Monday, Monday the 29th. The Bead and Horn Museum allows past kings and queens of Janus to display their costumes. It's a beautiful display, and you really can't get the full effect of these costumes until you're right up on it.
Yeah.
So if you have a chance to go and see those, it's a beautiful display. Check those out.
Yeah. So just a lot of things, and I think you were talking about one other event that y'all have.
We go to the ULM Mardi Gras. We open their Mardi Gras ball for
Oh,
them.
okay.
And we don't stay. We let them do their thing.
Yeah.
Right.
But you still kind of send them off.
Yes.
You share it. So so it sounds great. Thank you so much.
Thank
we
you.
appreciate y'all. Y'all have been such a great king and queen. And as usual, it's been a wonderful Mardi Gras season. We've enjoyed it. The 42nd.
The 42nd.
And we'll see you next year for the 43rd. But until then, you keep on having a good time. Be safe. And
Thank you for coming out.
And thank you for coming out and join us. Enjoy those beads. Thank you so much, and have a blessed evening.
And now, exclusive Storm Tracker Doppler weather with meteorologist Alex Noel.
Well, joining you back on the weather wall, just to take a quick look at while we have a moment between a break of the parade at the live storm tracker Doppler radar as of this hour. We do have, again, this is on links 1, so we need to be on links 2 for this moment. But as we continue to track the showers and thunderstorms along the advancing line of this cold front, we are expecting it to make its way eastward across the Arklamas region for the rest of the evening hours, and that's really what we're tracking as of this moment. And we do have a tornado watch that has just been issued for all of the Arklamas region until 10 p.m. tonight. So again, we are tracking multiple modes of severe weather, including those damaging wind gusts and isolated tornadoes, of course heavy rainfall and isolated hail. So keep that in mind. After the parade has rolled through the area, you also need to get in the vehicles and start thinking about where your next safe place is going to be located. Look at your future tracker. Here's the frontal boundary itself and the system as a whole, and what we're looking for is the stream from the Gulf that is a fuel that's necessary for this at this warm, moist temperatures we have. Again, Monroe got to about 80 degrees not too long ago, so very warm temperatures, and the breaks in the cloud cover that we've been tracking as well has aided in that surface heating. It is expected to pass through the Arklamas region tonight, the Monroe area, about 6 to 8 p.m., clearing the entire Arklamas closer to midnight. Afterwards, beautiful clear skies for a Sunday and Monday, and that is what we will likely see again for the start of our next work week. For tonight's forecast, the main focus is going to be this level 3 enhanced risk, level 2 slight risk for areas off towards the northwest. We are keeping an eye on the potential for strong to severe thunderstorms and also the potential for excessive to heavy rainfall. We have that level 2 and level 1 slight and marginal risk as well. But again, keep in mind that it's also quite warm outside. Overnight lows will eventually fall into those lower 40s. Tomorrow daytime highs will eventually reach into those 50s, but over the next 7 days, the next 2 days after tonight, look rather pleasant with more rainfall potentially on Tuesday, Wednesday.
I'm so excited to be joining you. The parade is going on live right now, and I'm actually here with the King and Queen. I'm here with Kathy and Robert. How are you doing?
We're doing great.
Good. I know y'all are having a good time right now.
We're having a great time out there.
They're King and Queen 42, so this is a big year and a lot of fun. So I know we had something special that was leading off the parade. So who led the parade tonight?
The Clydesdale horses, and we are honored that they were able to join us this year. That's been a long time coming.
Absolutely. I mean, I was looking forward to seeing them, and they did not disappoint. So I know this is y'all's first year, obviously, as King and Queen. So what does this mean to you?
It's been quite an honor to be chosen to be the king this year. We're just so excited to be able to just bring our Mardi Gras to the people this year. Yeah. And we're sharing it with everybody that comes by. We're going and visiting people and schools and nursing homes and all. It's just a great time. There's a lot that leads up to it that people don't realize, you know. I mean, they're out there, they're ready, they're getting their throws tonight, and we want you to be safe. But there's so much that leads up to this parade. So what has it meant to you to be Queen?
Well, I'm honored that our crew members trusted us enough to represent the crew, and we get to represent the Twin Cities. Yeah. And it's just an honor. It's a once in a lifetime thing.
Yeah. So hey, you know what? We are having a great time here. Hope you're having a great time there, and you're staying safe and protected. And you know, you watch those barriers and you catch those beads and enjoy the 42nd annual Krewe of Janus Mardi Gras parade. And we will catch you a little bit later in the parade.
Well, we know, Janet, that you know a lot about the Krewe of Janus. You've been there since its inception. Can you talk about those beautiful, beautiful outfits that our King and Queen had on?
Well, they're just beautiful is right. Our Queen made her own gown, and she made the 2 capes that go with them. Her cape is 8 feet long.
Wow.
His is 10 feet long, and they are spectacular. On the King's outfit, his wife did all the embellishing on his coat.
Really?
So she put all the appliques on and sewed them on, and they both look so good, so good.
They really do. Now, about how long does it take for them to make something like this? Because it sounds like it's very labor intensive.
It is labor intensive. Many of the kings and queens spend hours doing all of that embellishing because each one has to either be glued on or sewn on.
Wow.
And of course you have to choose which ones you want too, so that takes a lot of time. I know Kathy said that all of her embroidering came from India.
Wow.
Yeah, so
oh my goodness.
so she'd been working on this costume probably, well, it's so funny because she's been working on it a year and a half because she had to teach herself to sew.
That's
That's
commitment,
no
ladies
small
and
feat
gentlemen.
either.
No, it's not a small feat. It's amazing that she
8 and
did
10 feet
this.
long even.
Yeah, yeah. So she spent a lot of time, and I know Karen did also on Robert's costume. So, and it's fun, and they have been going nonstop since Monday.
Really?
Yes, they had like 4 and 5 appearances a day.
Oh my
They went
goodness.
to probably around 12 to 15 elementary schools,
Oh, I bet
and
the
then
kids were
to
excited.
the kids love it. And then they went to about 5, 6, 7 senior citizen places.
Okay, okay.
Lots of nursing homes and assisted living homes, and those people love it.
Oh, I can only imagine. It's like getting their own little personal
parade.
taste of Mardi Gras.
Exactly, and they have a king and queen usually. You
Really?
know, oh yeah, they pick kings and queens. And one of the funny thing, I was with them at Gardens of Somerset, and there were about 4 little ladies sitting at a table. Well, Robert came and sat right among them, and so some of the ladies started sitting in his lap.
Oh,
and so,
my goodness.
Very on brand for Mardi Gras.
yeah.
And something else about those capes, they're not light. They've
No,
been
no,
wearing
and the
them all
collars
week.
that they have,
Yeah.
they wear, those things are very heavy, and you
Right.
can see that they're behind them, not on them. But for some of the appearances last Friday when we were being filmed, they put them on, and they are heavy, and especially they couldn't even wear them in this wind,
Yeah.
because the wind would take them off.
Yeah.
We usually put them on the float on a stand like they're on in the
Really?
in the den,
Okay.
so it's behind them on the float, but not attached to them.
Oh, okay. So, like, the colors, is there a reason, or like, are they specific? Are they the same every year?
The
For somebody who
collars
might-
are
the colors
whole
of their,
outfit.
their
Outfits,
costumes.
the kings and queens wear either white, gold, or silver, or a combination of the two.
Is there a significance to the color? Or
Not
is it
real,
just like
more
a-
just for royalty.
Okay.
Just for
I
the
like
royalty
it.
of it.
I
Yes.
like it. White,
And
gold, and silver.
You mentioned earlier that if you don't get to see the Queen's outfit up close, it will be shown
Next year at the Bead and
Yes.
Horn. And that's something that's really neat that they have done for us is, and we've done for them, is to bring our costumes from any of the former kings and queens and have them on mannequins and set up there.
love this.
And then I didn't have mine, so I just put my portrait up there with my poster. So we have something from almost every year out there.
Okay, well that's cool. And
It
so
is cool.
The exhibit, is it still going now?
It's going
for all
on
of the
until, I
previous?
think it's going on until Fat Tuesday.
Okay, so if anybody wanted to go and see like any regalia, any paraphernalia, like stuff from the crew of Mardi Gras from the past years, you can head over to the Bead and Horn.
Right.
It's always beautiful to see them up close, and the
close.
stitching, and the
Stitching.
bead
Oh, and
work.
some of them are
There's-
so, just so extravagant.
Yeah.
There's so
really.
much that you can't see from on the float or even through a
Right.
screen. You have to
see it right there in
Not
front.
touch it though.
Yeah.
It's delicate.
Yes, it's simple. It is art. They wear it, but essentially it is art. It becomes an exhibit.
And hopefully they don't get too much water, too much rain today,
know.
because last year our poor queen and king were just sopped when they got
Yeah.
through. So they weren't able to present theirs at the Bead and Horn because they got
Yeah.
ruined that night, which is sad.
And I'm getting word that, you know, the parade is rolling. It's almost here. We're just killing a little time, ladies and gentlemen. It's live TV. And so we're just kind of talking about the history of the crew of Janus. If you're just joining in to this stream, we're, you know, sitting here talking with Janet, who has been with the crew of Janus for
42 years.
yes,
Since
and
its
that's-
beginning.
Since its
Since
beginning.
it started.
Yes, it
Right.
started in Terry Oquin's house in the living room on the floor. We decided what to do because we were leaving the Monroe JCs and forming a new JC chapter called the Twin City JCs. And we left behind our signature project, which was the Miss Louisiana show.
Oh, okay.
So we had to leave that with the Monroe JCs. So we had to figure out some kind of signature project for us.
Okay.
And we decided, well, let's bring Mardi Gras to North Louisiana.
So just to piece this together, does your name have anything to do with the crew of Janus name?
No.
Okay. I just had to make sure.
No, we chose Janus, who is the Roman god, because he looks two ways. He's
Oh, I see.
two-faced.
It's on the back right
Yeah,
there.
right here. It's
Right there.
two-faced, and so that's facing Monroe and West Monroe.
Oh, Twin Cities.
Twin
I
cities,
see.
and we're bridging the two cities together. So that's why we chose the god Janus, and you can see that he is two-faced. He goes both ways. Not that he's two-faced, but he faces both directions. And we figured this out probably in September, October of that first year of '83. and we rolled in February of '84, so we didn't have much time to prepare at all, at all.
Some exciting news. People are beginning to stand up again. And I see
Oh yeah, and I see
a bit of the motorcade.
Motorcade,
right?
yes. We are so thankful for all of our emergency vehicles and our support. It takes a village, believe me, to put all this together, and it's even Homeland Security that's involved. And oh look, he's trying to
high five everybody.
people, yes. So we're so thankful for the West Monroe Police, Homeland Security, the Ouachita Parish Sheriff's Department, Louisiana State Police. They should have the horse unit coming through pretty soon. The motorcade right now, they just kind of play with the audience at first.
And they're
yes.
not just there for show.
No, they're making it. They're making a statement.
Everyone needs to stay back behind the white line.
Exactly.
They drive that close to make sure, as well as giving out high fives.
Yes, because we have to make this as secure as possible. And each float should have walkers. We have Tommy Walpole from ULM, who's also involved with the Pike fraternity. He gets Pike fraternities all over the state to come up here and walk with us.
Okay.
And they will have PVC pipes to try to keep people away from the floats because it's dangerous. You have to be careful.
Yeah,
you have to be careful.
You think they're moving slowly, but there's a lot of weight.
It's much
people
hard
on
to
them.
stop.
Yes.
Yeah.
And a lot of people try to get like between the vehicle and the float where the harness is, and that is the most dangerous place.
Definitely is.
So we have to try to keep those kids and adults as far back as possible. And that's why we have the walkers.
We've been talking about floats for a minute now. Do you have a secret favorite float of the parade?
Right.
There are so many good ones, my goodness. But wait till y'all see the Coca-Cola float. It's amazing. It's toward the end of the parade. Scott Powerlines is a good looking float too. These people get wraps that go around the whole float. So they're theme inspired wraps. Here comes the horses. Yes, we've got the Sheriff's Department on the horse brigade.
Okay.
And they are massive too. Whew, we saw those last week, but they are massive.
And I bet they love doing these events, like the horses themselves.
I know. Look, they look so
See
proud.
people everywhere. Yeah, look at them.
Hair blowing in the wind.
Yeah.
Very majestic.
Yes.
But man, it's blowing, isn't it? Whew. We're safe here in the station. Don't have to deal with that right now.
So the horse in the middle looks really excited. He's like, yes, this parade is for me.
I'm rolling. I'm getting ahead of everybody else. Forget being straight. We're doing a V now.
He said, thank you for coming.
When you see the horses in the beginning motorcade, that's when you know, okay,
it's here. It's
ready
here.
So
here are our emergency vehicles coming in, and my goodness, they're so loud with all those sirens. And then if the wrecker's there, they blow their horns.
Oh, they do. And
those are loud.
Those are loud.
So this first one is looks like it's the Sheriff's Department, Ouachita Sheriff,
Ouachita Parish.
and then we have Monroe Police. The West Monroe Police may have veered off before we crossed the bridge, but they were there with them at the beginning.
Up to the point,
And you know they have to argue who's going to ride in the front seat.
I know, right?
Oh,
To
yeah.
wave high.
Yes. And that's fun too, because you're enclosed in a vehicle, so you know you're safe.
Yeah.
And when you try to throw out of one of those, you've got to really put some force behind it, because you can't get a bead very far when you're throwing from that angle.
From that angle.
So who do we have behind the West Monroe Police? Is that
Looks
still
like it's
It's more police,
It's
yes,
still the police
emergency.
department.
Yeah.
It's nice for them to show off all of the different vehicle types that they have.
I
They normally don't get to do
And
so.
decorate them. Look how they decorated them. And you can see the beads all along the dashboard.
How many people do you think it took to put the jester up there? Just one or two, right?
Oh, it took two at least. At least. And in this wind, it may have taken more.
I know.
And we do encourage all of our riders that are on a float to wear a mask. It is supposed to be a masked parade.
Okay.
I'm not sure about these kids, because they're not really part of the parade per se, but everyone should be masked. In fact, when we roll this and watch the video of it, if we see some people that are supposed to be masked and they're not being masked, they'll be fined.
Okay. So it's like follow.
I'm not sure about
Video evidence this time.
Yeah, we have video evidence.
evidence.
This is probably one of the parade managers on that six-wheeler.
Oh, and
Is this the
Washington.
presenting of the
ROTC?
colors.
Yeah. This is from the color guard, is the Wasserman High School color guard.
Okay.
Junior ROTC. They're under the direction of Russell Gibson, and you can imagine that.
Oh, those
after
flags
are
they're
heavy.
Yeah, they're heavy.
They're
and they're
very
also
heavy.
fighting against the
The
wind.
wind, yes.
So they're doing a phenomenal job.
Right.
Also, those rifles that they're carrying, they are likely to be filled with a metal, like aluminum or lead.
So
So
they're
the
heavy,
rifles
too.
are also
heavy.
fairly heavy.
Okay.
So
And
they're
since-
doing a fantastic job staying
Yes,
steady.
they are, and I'm so glad that they are that way because we lost the Wassman band, but at least we had their color guard here. Well, I don't know. I'm
Oh,
not
their
sure.
outfits are beautiful.
I love
Yes,
them.
they
Now,
are.
who do we have here?
It should have been the captain's float, but let me see what we have here.
I'm trying to see if I can see the fronts of their shirts or read the
Their
fronts.
batons are
They
fantastic.
are.
See, batons aren't,
Yeah.
they don't have issues in the wind because they don't have anything to carry them. So
Right.
it's nice to see that they still have theirs out. They're doing a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
And the nice part is because it's not super cold outside, they're not
Right.
freezing.
And
Yeah.
if you start sweating, the wind is just going to dry you off.
I'm going to take it away.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Well, I'm not sure exactly why they are out of order, but I can't see the emblems on their shirts.
Yeah, usually
Can
they
you?
have the banners.
The banners,
now I can't
yeah.
see, and it may have been too windy for them to have the banners. I'm not sure.
They look like they're having a fun time.
They do.
Yes. Can you hear what their music is?
Well, they're not playing right
They're
now,
just
but
marching.
they're about to start. It's probably a drum cadence.
Oh, cymbal got dropped. Yeah, I can hear the drums.
There's the
yes.
flags. There's the color
There
guard.
you
too.
go.
Right. I would
Still
not
don't know
expect
which-
them to
Still don't know what
Oh, it's
school.
cool. I hate that. I'm sorry.
Regardless,
But they do. They
great.
look amazing. Yes, they do.
It may have been Wassman. You see, this is before we actually have much of the parade going on.
Right.
This is a fire department. That should be Ouachita Fire.
And I know kids always love to see the fire trucks.
Oh, and how loud they are.
They are loud.
It must be so fun to sit at the top of a fire
Yeah,
truck.
look at that. They have a bunch of them up
Sit
there.
up there.
I'm jealous.
Be so close to all the
Well,
power
y'all need to
lines.
pull a different straw and get on your float and
I know.
Maybe.
Because I've never
ridden it.
ridden a float. Yeah. I'm always hosting.
I've ridden a few in my time, and they're fun, especially when you throw something at somebody and you accidentally hit them a little bit harder
Oh.
than anticipated.
That
But
happens.
it's always fun to participate.
The year that I was queen, we went to Natchez to go to their afternoon parade, and we had pins back then that had an actual pin on the back because you put it on your shirt.
Okay.
And I flung one out and hit a kid, and it was blood was. I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And he said, "Daddy, I got a pin."
He didn't even care.
He didn't care. No, he was so excited. And here's our Monroe Fire Department.
Oh,
They
those
have
are. I love their engine.
yes, it's beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Cute little wreath on the front.
Yep.
Decoration.
I think
because
there might
right
be an
after-
alien stuck on the side there.
Oh my goodness.
Nope, it looks like that. Maybe that's just the hose.
Hose, yeah.
Yeah. City of Monroe, we are so thankful for all of these vehicles that come in and help us.
It looks like they put a lot of time and energy in polishing it and making it.
Oh, making it look
perfect.
good,
Yeah.
yes. Let's hope they can make it get out before the rain too
I know
bad.
they probably didn't decorate the vehicle too much because right after the parade, they're right back to work.
Work.
Yeah.
They have just a few hours of fun and then
back to
That's
work.
it.
to saving
Yep.
lives.
Well, it looks like the people have picked up some too, and the people watching the
Yeah.
parade. They've all those that have been on the side have come up to the front so they
Right.
can catch something. And we're so
Well, it looks
thankful
like
for
we have-
Cummins and Fitz for allowing us to use
Right.
their
So we can
yard.
get a bird's eye view, so to
Yes.
speak.
It looks like we have a large tractor.
We have the tractor, so that should be the captains. You can see our walkers have our new jackets on for safety. They
Okay.
they would be reflective in the dark, but we got purple ones this year with
Oh, I
green
love that.
striping. Yeah,
I love that because you're so used to them being, you know.
yellow
Yeah.
or orange. We had
Or
orange before. Yeah.
So I like that it's very Mardi Gras themed,
Yeah.
but still, you know, safety in mind. I love
This
that.
is the captain's float. So we see that it's pulled by this beautiful tractor. And this tractor is huge. I stood by it just a little while
Comparing it
ago.
to the people on the side
Yes,
there. It's
look
the
how huge it
wheels,
is.
the tread is taller than most
I
women,
know.
most men and women.
Our three captains this year are Alan Barth, Karen McKay, and Steve Turner. And Karen and Steve are on the float. Alan has just had back surgery, so he is in the vehicle.
Okay.
He's in the tractor.
Even this tractor looks so nice. Like,
That
they
is
just
an impressive
polished the
tractor.
very.
Yes,
The,
and you can't imagine how much work these captains put into the whole thing.
And the,
That's Karen throwing right now.
now, do you know if the masks or the items on the float, some of them are made of paper mache.
That's a paper mache one.
Right.
Okay.
It's made
We
of
built that one.
styrofoam and paper mache.
And then it's beautiful, isn't it?
It is
Very
gorgeous.
impressive.
We had some people from Tech Art Department that helped us make these paper mache things quite a few years
Oh,
ago.
that's pretty cool.
That's
It's-
Knuckles the Echidna on that Jeep there, the Jeep Gladiator. For all of you who may not know who's on the side, that's if you're a fan of the Sonic movies, that's Knuckles.
Oh, Knuckles. Okay, here we have our Grand Marshal, and our Grand Marshal this year is Philip Thomas. He has done all things airplaning. He started working with, he's the founder and president of Precision Paper and Board, and he's helped to start Angel Flights.
Okay.
That's Philip right there, and his granddaughter is on the float or on the Jeep with him. And he is now in charge of Pilots for Patients, and they have
A
made
wonderful
so, yes. He told us that he's been to the moon and back about 20 times, as much as flight time as they've had.
And that they are doing a great service.
It's wonderful. In
It's
fact, we
amazing.
have one of the ladies that's riding a float with us that's a new member who has used their services to go to MD Anderson.
Really?
I never had to when I had cancer. I went to MD Anderson, but I have family there, so I stayed with family. But that's something, if we had needed it, we could have just called and they would have had people would have been there.
Definitely an amazing.
Here comes our queen. Look at those Marines on the front. Don't they look
wow.
wonderful?
They look so royal.
Yes, they do. Our queen is Kathy Spradling. Her lady in waiting is her twin sister, Kelly Harvey.
She's
And
having
Kathy,
a great time.
she is an amazing queen. She really is. Her princesses are Ripley Williams, who's the daughter of Nathan Williams and Megan Williams, and the great niece of Queen Janus the 42nd. Elizabeth Ann Miller is the daughter of Mark and Lindsay Miller, and she is the granddaughter of Queen Janus the 29th, Nanette Flowers. Eliza Black is the daughter of Shannon and Kobe Black, and the granddaughter of Queen Janus the 32nd, Thais Ardito. Livy Pierce is the daughter of Brandon and Carla Pierce, granddaughter of King Janus the 42nd, and then the Captain Karen, Robert and Karen McKay.
Okay.
And Sadie Lowry is the daughter of Kyle and Morgan Lowry, the granddaughter of King Janus the 42nd, Robert and Captain Karen McKay. The lady in waiting is her twin sister, Kelly Harvey. And she has quite a few of the daughters on there helping the little
Oh,
girls.
wonderful.
Okay, the kids float just passed by.
The USS.
Yes, the
Kid.
USS Kid, and on there we have the riders Kay Lee, Ridley Davis, Alexia's granddaughter, Sebastian Morris, Luca Morris, Emma and Chase Anderson, Ella Lowry, Madison Pierce. Behind this is a new float that we just built called Mardi Gras Mambo. We built this
I like
this
that name.
year. Mardi Gras Mambo. The riders are Graham, Carla, Madeline, Mallory, and Haney, Shane and Suzanne Burrows, Bud and Serena Couch, Tommy and Carolyn Taylor, Brad, Leslie Ava, Lexi Parker, Richie and Haley Patton, Austin Tidwell, Angelo Battaglia and Lexi, and TJ and Oliver Foote.
This one looks familiar.
The people on it look familiar.
Yeah, they're your KT.
Oh, we
Oh,
work
my
with them.
goodness.
Yeah,
Chase
Sammy
Ford.
Petracco, you got Chase.
Oh, they're having a large
goodness.
time, aren't they? So
They've
we
got
have
their cups.
Allison and Dwight Landry, Tina and Kenny Roselle, Abby Price, Jaden Maloney, Chase Ward, Dee and Ann Lemoyne, John Tressa and David Harvey, Jane. Okay, coming up now we have our Royal Court.
Okay.
You know, that might have been Minden that was right band.
may have been. The
Because
one that
they
we-
were, yes, the Royal Court. Our Dukes are Faisal Ali, John Graham, and Brian White. Duchesses, Wendy Bora, Stephanie Davis, and Allison Dalton. This coming up is the Norrid float,
Okay.
and the driver is Andy Ramsey with Ramsey Logistics. The riders are Brett Green, Jordan Williams, Sean McKiffin, Nick Brewer, Derek Boardlawn, Nathan McMurray, Brent Valerie, Sherry Burks, Charles Royal, and I see no mask.
Y'all are in trouble.
Bridget Vestal, Browen Pepper, Chelsea Lane, Lisa Dixon, Kyle Thompson, Ryder Flowers, and Farrah Flowers, Tony Prim, Wes Malk, Hayden Pardue and Camille Braxton.
Oh, they're wearing their astronaut suits. Oh,
Yes.
there's the
Look,
mask
we
you
got
showed
There's
us
a
earlier.
mask.
Alien.
Yes, this
There
is the
he
Mardi
is.
Gras moccasin float. This is another one we just built.
Okay, I like this one too.
Yes, Marty French, Crystal McKay, Linda Garcia, Chuck Hogan, Stacy Hogan, Amanda Edge, Kimberly Peters, Madison Decoud, Davi Young, Darlene Lewis, Patrick McCursey, and Donna McCursey, Lindsay Morris, Nick Morris, Angela Montelongo, and Whitney Currington.
They've had
They
a great
passed the
season.
vibe check on that float that just passed.
This is this should be the Richwood float. Richwood
I
High
believe it
School,
is, yeah.
Mighty Rams. The director is Xavier Williams. Oh, and they've got some fringes on their
I
pants.
love
Yeah,
it.
that
Mardi
looks
Gras
good.
themed.
And there they're dancing.
Band members have on beads.
Oh, their beads are so
These-
cute.
Yes. Uh-oh, somebody's coming forward. I bet they're going to start to play pretty soon. Oh, they're booking it, aren't they?
Uh-huh.
Whew. They're going to be tired walking that
know.
fast.
And the color guard flags are out. I guess the wind may have calmed down just enough, hopefully.
Okay, they might be stopping to. One of our judges that we have for the bands is someone called Lady Chops, and she's
Lady Chops.
she's a percussionist that's been all over the world, and we're so thrilled to have her coming off. This is the city of Monroe.
I was about to
float.
say, the
Look at
guy there looks familiar.
Yes, blasting off into the brighter future. The city of Monroe is shining like a cosmic beacon in the great state of Louisiana. As the city of Monroe reaches for the stars, people from across the nation are witnessing the growth here and look to Northeast Louisiana as an example of successful progress toward economic and cultural development. Of course, we have our mayor, Friday Ellis, and his wife, Ashley, and his children, Ari and Asher, and Friday Jr., Barry Hill, Miranda Hill, George Faith Hill, Mark White, GM employees, Ike Bird, Angela Bird, Kimberly Essex, DJ Fortenberry, Nirali Patel, who works with him, and Taylor Michaels.
How many hats do you think Mayor Friday Ellis has?
That's his signature, I think.
The black one?
hat.
Just
Oh,
his
yeah, he
many
loves,
hats.
yes, he has many hats. This is
do we
the
have
coming up on the Carroll High School band.
They're very professional.
Aren't they? Look at them. The gold.
Oh, are those lightsabers? Are those
Yeah, there's-
lightsabers?
Those are lightsabers.
Oh, they are.
Oh my
Oh, my
goodness.
Oh my goodness.
That is phenomenal.
Where is our Star Wars person? Here you are. Golden
They are-
bolt.
We got some
We
production
drill.
members
Look at
who are
that. We
happy
drill
right
till
now.
we drop.
They are on
That's
the light
cute.
I love
side.
it.
And that's good news. So
They're under the direction of Matthew DiCarlo. Oh, and he is
has
telling
to have
what
his
to do.
megaphone,
Yeah, he has his
because it's hard to
megaphone.
hear over the wind. There's the
And then-
spirit.
There's
It's the
ULM.
ULM Spirit Group. We didn't think that they were going to be able to roll, but something got canceled. I guess the softball game might have gotten canceled tonight, so
Yeah.
they are marching.
Glad to see them.
Yes, and here's the float with their riders,
ULM.
riders. Yes, these are people from the SGA sports and the CAB students.
Oh, see, they wore their mask.
Yeah, have their masks
They
on.
have their
Yay!
Our very own Jaden Maloney had to pick if she was going to be on our float or on
Or
SGA
ULM.
float.
Okay, okay, good. Which one did
She made the right
Picked
choice.
ours.
Okay, there you go. All right, here are the Lunar Chicks. This is an all-female group of ladies from ages 30 to 70 plus. I know one of my best friends is on it. and
Really?
She's 70 plus.
Oh,
yes.
wow.
But it's an all-female dancing group. There are 35 of them that will be performing, and they're already doing some dances for us.
I love it.
They are so community oriented. It's
They are.
wonderful. They're
They really are.
everywhere, everywhere.
I want to say one of the Lunar Chicks was nominated one year for our Remarkable Women contest.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Oh, good.
I think she was a member of the Lunar Chicks.
Well, there are a lot of really neat people on
Yeah.
that. In fact, my best friend should be riding in the little cart behind.
Oh, okay.
It's also amazing to think how many people, for today in particular, had to clear their schedules to either
And then
practice.
to go quickly because
Right.
we moved it up, so some people had trouble getting here.
Yeah.
This one's decorated very nice.
It is.
Yes. This is the Beads and Beads, and on this we have Andy Harbor, Adrian Ruther, Mike Chisholm and Jennifer Chisholm, Holly and Jim Bryant, Lane Bowen, Samantha McKay, Renata Russian, who is our queen. There's Renata, she was our queen
Okay.
last year, Liz Ponder, and Alyssa Andrade.
They don't have masks, but they do have.
They have
really cool
coverings.
glasses.
They have coverings.
Does that count?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we told them that it would count as long as it came down to the nose.
Okay. Okay.
So they're having a good ride.
Got a way
good
around it with the clear glasses.
Yeah. Okay, and then we have the Madison High School from Tallulah.
Okay.
And
The
this
blue is phenomenal.
I know.
This is their
It's
14th
electric.
year, 14th year in the parade.
Wow.
Yes. And we are very fortunate because the Discover Monroe West Monroe gives us a grant to help pay for them.
Okay.
So each band receives $1,500
Oh, that's amazing.
from us for marching.
That's amazing.
And we tried to get ULM or Grambling, but they cost more, like $5,000.
Yeah.
And these bands, they really use every dollar they get.
Yeah.
Sure they do.
Especially for
Goodbye.
these programs. I know you
Right.
said that Rayville is in the parade. I'm from Rayville, and so like we have just recently started our band back.
Oh, good.
And so it's a drum line, but they need those finances so you can get more instruments.
Exactly.
Yeah. So this is very
And keep
great.
them keep them in tune
Yeah.
and everything else. And
Yeah.
hear their flag corps.
Right, I don't blame them one bit
For holding on to the
having-
flag.
So when it's pulled like that, like the lady in the front has, it's called stripping the flag.
Okay.
Okay.
So a lot of them are more likely going to be stripped today because
Yeah.
it's pretty dangerous to move them, and you can take somebody out with them.
Yeah.
They are under the direction of Tommy Watson.
Okay.
Here we have,
Oh, I like
That's a
this
large
float.
yes,
very
that's a
unique
very
one.
big, this is Domain Construction. It was sponsored by Domain Construction, based in Ruston. Domain Construction is your one-stop shop for dirt work, and waste removal. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner, our same-day delivery is convenient and makes any job go smoother. Riding in the float are Lamar and Kelsey Haddocks and Dakota Haddocks, Leanne, Matthew Waldrop, and William Waldrop, Zach Woodard, Stacy Clinton, Stony Stone, Hillary Stone, Jude Stone, Nash Stone, Bryce and Brittany Rogers, Riley and Kendall Atwood, Heather and Paisley Domain, Chad Domain, John Michael. We've already moved to another one.
Yeah, they're moving pretty quickly.
And they
quick
are,
this
they're masked, yes. Well, I think the police
I
are trying
like
to make,
these.
this is the Phoenix float. Was built and is housed with Lebo and Linda Bergeron. Lebo Alderman and Linda Bergeron.
I like the brick. I
Appreciate the
like
hip hop theme.
Yeah, they were excited about being alien hip hops. Here's the crew of Farmerville.
Okay.
And the crew of Farmerville came in to be with us at the last minute, and they should have the stormtroopers on the bottom.
Oh, there's a Mandalorian.
yeah, there's
Right there,
there's one. Yeah,
on the bottom.
the stormtroopers are on
That
there.
might actually be Boba Fett. Correct.
Whatever, I don't know.
I don't want to say anything wrong. So I'm gonna let Alex take
That's
it
how
away.
I feel.
There are die-hard Star Wars fans out there, and I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings or offend.
There's Darth Vader and
Yes,
Princess Leia.
Princess Leia.
Yeah.
R2D2. Everyone. Is that an Ewok?
Yeah, I think
Oh
so.
my goodness.
Yeah, there's.
He's the only one masked.
Oh, really?
And we have Buzz Lightyear in the front of this. Look.
Yes.
Okay, I see them.
This
They're all
this
dressed-
is
They're all
a
Buzz
Leo.
Lightyear.
Yes, they're all Buzz Lightyear. This is the Leo float that's owned by Alan Barth and Leo Nelson, and there are the jesters, and they're having a good time, a
That's
large
clever.
time. There's Samantha.
Oh, they're trying
Yes,
to hit the camera.
trying to hit the camera. Oh yeah, they always
Someone
try to do that, and I tell you,
protect
oh, it's tough. It's tough.
Duck, Fletch, duck.
He is braving the wind so that we can all get a view. Thank you, Fletch.
It looks like we have a band up next. It's always exciting. And they look like they might actually be playing this time because the flags are out.
Yeah. Let's see. Who do we
Can't read
have?
the Raven.
Raven
There you
High
go. That's
School.
your group, Raven.
Yay!
And they went all out. They have fuzzy boot covers.
Yeah.
I see
Their
them.
beads. Good for them. You can kind of hear the drums already. You know how loud they have to play to be heard
Over
down the
wind.
street A and then B over the wind itself.
They're Their band director is Shenderick Washington.
Yeah, he just passed.
Just passed. You recognize him? And they have 40 members, but it's like it was more than that. And look, they're in shorts, so they were smart.
Yeah.
Because it's got to be pretty warm. Oh, they are going to play for us.
Smooth drum line.
Ooh, pretty good there.
Hours of practice has been put into this, just this one parade.
Right.
But how many hours these students, all of the students that participate in this parade have to spend outside of school and on top of their academics as well. So it's very amazing, and we're very thankful to see them every parade.
Yes. They look good in that gold and green, really do.
Our Hornets. Go Hornets.
All right. Okay.
Oh, I like this one.
This one's shaped interesting.
Yes, this one is the home float with the teens on it.
Was this one in the parade last year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I think I remembered how New Orleans it felt.
Yes, because
like
on the side,
balconies.
on the side of it they have the
Okay, St. Charles.
St. Charles
Magazine
Magazine.
Street.
That's one of my favorite
That's an
floats.
impressive tiger.
It is.
Yes, this is the Beast, the tiger float.
That's an accurate name for it.
Yeah.
The Beast. Okay.
And once again, they don't have masks.
Y'all
Neela
are in
Roofing.
trouble.
You can see thankful for the walkers. When you have a float that long, it
Yeah.
usually takes 6, 3 on each side.
And there's not many curves along the parade route
No,
this year.
the barricades and stuff, we don't. Unfortunately, I wish the city would put up more barricades. Now this is a really cool one as well.
The wrap is done very nice.
It is. The galaxy, the inflatable aliens.
Oh, they have a really, the person in the front is teasing somebody with the bigger
Oh
bead.
yeah, they will do that. They will do that.
So far they're throwing out little ones, but I've seen a few of the larger beads. Those are hard to get.
They are.
It's always rewarding when you do finally get one. The train.
Yes, this is the steamboat. They are really flying fast.
They are.
He's getting into it.
The guy
Oh,
with the
there's a
alien
DJ.
mask
Well, there's
on.
a DJ on there too.
Oh,
so.
they're having fun.
Yeah. This is Masha Epting, Geraldine Prophet, Kashanti Powell, Taylor Epting, Jordan Comanche, Khalees Woods, Mitzi Jenkins, Maisha Ivan Thomas, and Rosanna Thomas. And this is the leader of this is Complete Taxes LLC.
Okay.
That's Masha Epting. She's new to us.
Was that the care?
Care Solution. All the writers are Dana Sykes, Danita Leonard, Brandy Conville, Amy Albritton, Cynthia Mays, Shaterica Butler, Gay McDowell, Felicia Peeler, and here we have the bridge float.
I need to know where they got those NASA jackets. Not asking for a friend, but for me.
But for herself.
Okay,
I knew
well,
that.
I'm sure Amazon. Yeah, Michael and Tara Brown, Debbie Copeland, one of our former queens, Janus the 25th. Michael Brown was one of our kings. Beth Dushan, Lori Peppers, Jan James, Bobby and Laura Skeens, Jeff and Kathy Cooper on this float.
Okay.
This one looks like it was painted by hand almost.
Yes.
It does look like it was
Very well
hand
done.
painted.
We've seen a lot of different types of float decorations, wraps, painted.
Oh, this is
paper
the
mache.
Silas. Let's see. Williamson LP.
They're being cheeky with
Alan Green and Williamson
Right.
CPA.
You can tell they're being cheeky with
And
the throw.
CC's, yeah, CC's.
Only throwing one at a time.
One at a time.
Well,
You have to make it stretch the whole
Gotta make
That's
it
true.
stretch. This is a long parade. It's over 3 miles. And usually it's just packed. Oh, here we have Men in Black.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
Yes, this is a fun float as well. We have on this,
Oh, they've got their
on their
they have on
shirts.
Oh my.
there's Mike Walsworth. Men in Black. We have several queens on this float as well.
The leather suit is a choice. That's pretty good.
Okay, on this float we have Joey and Buddy Empanada, Nanette Flowers, who's Queen Janus the 29th, Carla and Lee Rogers were King Janus and Queen Janus the 30th, Thais Ardito, Queen Janus 34th, Phil Crane, Noah and Logan Sistrunk, Lori Crane, Abby Brown, Colin Sistrunk.
Okay, we
Here
have another band up.
Jonesboro High.
I believe that's what that is.
Jonesboro High.
Because they're red and blue.
Yeah. Well, how do you know that? That's cool. And Trey Porche is their director.
Okay.
Here we have Pandora coming
Oh,
forward.
another one of my favorites.
Yes, she's a paper mache one as well that was
Do you know
done.
how long Pandora has been in the Krewe of Janus parade? How
Probably-
long she's been in there?
Probably 10 or 12.
She's a staple.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she definitely is. On this we have the writers of Image Care Ultrasound, Rachel Mayer and Donna Vender, who is the cardiovascular specialist, Jennifer Dearman, Debbie Swan, Jamie and Jaylee Davis, Tracy Savannah, Karma Jude, Darlene Cabaretti, Jada Ali, Lindsey Bryan, Laura Mitchell, BJ Mitchell, Amber Zitzman and Amber Meaves, Dawn Truex, Kathy and Jimmy Bond, Joe Ellen, and Mark Cranford.
And this is
And they've been
Creed.
Creed and Creed.
Ooh, he really tried
Did
to
he
get the
chunk
camera
it?
that
Oh,
time.
he did, and he's pointing at it. Your local attorney, proudly serving our community for over 25 years. Okay, here we have Alien Encounter. Yes, this is Standard Enterprises.
The walkers are getting in on the throws
They
too.
are. I didn't realize that.
All the
They are
cups, oh,
chunking
no.
it hard, yes. We have a lot of people on this float. There are 32 riders on that float. Can't name them all, but we will start with a few. Bert Lowe, James and Elizabeth Freeman, Mandy and Bert Ports, Mike and Jessica Wilson, Jennifer and Mackenzie, Jennifer Hamilton, Jada Heckard. Okay, here we have the Sons of Confederates. Veterans, they have been in the parade every year but once, I think.
Okay.
And they are an amazing group because it's all authentic, a reenactment of
Okay,
this
I remember.
Civil War reenactment, yes.
And it takes a lot of work to put those outfits together.
It does because they're authentic.
Right, and some of them even hand stitch them themselves
Right.
to make them as authentic as
That's
possible.
authentic. Of course, they have the big cannon, which they usually will roll out.
It's on
And
the
they have,
back.
they've got like 4 or 5 different vehicles that are with them. So they have been very supportive of our parade for many years. And it is amazing that everything's so authentic.
Right.
And the women's costumes are beautiful.
Oh, especially, and think about it, since they are authentic, my husband is really big into reenactment history. The wool is very, very heavy, and it's probably very hot for them right now.
Right
with the,
now, and
warm
then
temperatures.
to stitch that, to
Right.
stitch through that wool is
How
difficult.
many broken needles have they had? How many hours it's taken to put those together and find authentic?
Here we have the Coca-Cola float, Space Cowboys.
Oh, that's fun.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Look at the silver Coke bottles on each side.
I know, I told y'all it was just beautiful. They had this wrapped.
Okay, they've won. This is my favorite, hands down so
And
far.
this, of course, is the employees of Coca-Cola.
Oh, they have hula hoops.
And they have hula hoops and they have long beads. They spend
Wait, do they throw the hula hoops too?
Yes, they throw it. One guy was just throwing it. Now
he's
they're
about to
doing
throw
frisbees.
frisbees.
But there's a whole stack of hula
Okay,
hoops.
they win, hands down.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola.
Good beads, good beads. Oh, she's about to throw out a whole
teasing
bag.
people.
Yep.
That one looks like a run.
Yeah, this is a Scott Power Line and Utility Equipment. Of course, they're our title sponsor.
This is a big
And it's a huge float. Yes, it
No
is.
wonder they needed 18.
We had this one built a few years back.
Okay.
Darth
this
Vader
is
in the front.
massive.
Yes.
About how many
They
riders on
have,
this float?
looks like about 30.
Okay.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Jeff and Evelyn Johnson, Dennis O'Leary, Jackson and Abigail Louder, Drew Johnson, Tommy, Leslie, Elliott, Oliver Scott, all of the Scotts, Bo Ishii and Carla Ishii, Rain and Gary Louder, DJ Leha.
The Wookiee just threw a gigantic bead.
Oh yeah, they have. Look at the beads they have on there. It's beautiful. Oh, there's a whatever that
Wookiee.
word- Wookiee.
There you go, Chewbacca.
Chewbacca. Okay. Okay, this is the mask
Everybody's
float.
getting into
the Star Wars theme.
Oh, yes, and this is the float that has the I think it's the one that has the golden throne.
Stormtroopers on there, and they all wore their masks. They're good to go.
So the mask is 49.
This
Is
one's
the radio people?
Yes, radio people. On the mask that just passed, we have Andy and Ashley Robinson, Brent and Vadrine, Patty Wilhite, Brent and Jenna Creel, Stephen Egram, Adrian Abair, John Briscotta, Cassie Briscotta, Zach Pickett and Laura Pickett, Heather Wilhite and Bo Toronto. Okay. And here we have the King's float. Our king this
Very
year.
royal looking.
Yes, and he didn't have to pull the, see they built that tent over it in case they had to on it, but they didn't have to.
That's very smart.
Yes, it
is.
was smart. Our king is Robert. He is so red-faced. Look at him.
Kingly.
He is very royal. He has his squire is Andrew, and the pages on there are Zach Johnson, son of Allison Dalton, C.J. Garcia, son of Eli, and Linda Garcia, Kason Deal, son of Bradley Deal and Vanessa Pritchard, Finnan Flowers Jr., son of Finnan, and Casey Flowers, grandson of Allison Dalton, and Gage Flowers, son of Finnan and Casey Flowers, and the grandson. And then here we have the
Acadian ambulance.
Acadian ambulance filling out in case anybody has a problem. They're there to help.
Yes, they are.
And the
So
pickup
a
truck.
successful parade, yes.
It's always fun to throw back the beads on the last truck. There's a few floats from down south that you try to aim for their hands or their mouths. It's supposed to bring you good luck
Seriously?
for the rest of the carnival season.
Oh, you have got the best ideas about all this stuff. Being from
So-
South Louisiana helps you a lot.
So for the Pandora float, there's some very similar like them, but if they have the hands in front, you try to get it onto the hand.
Onto the hand.
And it brings you good luck for the rest of the season.
Cool.
Right.
I didn't either.
cool,
Very
yeah.
cool. Successful parade.
Seems to have gone off without a, I mean, no floats.
No
went off the
floats?
hitch.
Floats, yeah.
They all
Yep.
stayed on the hitches.
That's right. Thank heavens. Yes. We always worry about safety. Always.
Yeah, always, always.
And it ran about an hour.
We had a good turnout for it as well. So
Got to beat the bad weather. that's
Now everyone
going
needs
on.
to
Well, now they
skirt
have to
home.
go around and down, so they still have a
They
long
still
way
have
to
a
go.
ways to go.
They have like
But
2 hours to
It seems
go.
like that they are paced so that they can kind of get it. You know,
And they're
still
they're
have
running
fun.
fast.
Yeah,
They're
still
all
have fun,
running.
but get it done. You know.
And it looks like people got a good haul from the floats. Seen a few folks walk by with their entire torso covered with beads so
So
far.
I can light up mine now that we're
There we go.
finished.
Oh.
We have the Queen's float, Queen's bead float, light up, and then this is the Queen's special. She signed all the back of them.
Oh, what? You got an autograph?
I got an
That was
autograph.
gonna be worth some money.
I come in
years.
peace. And I could have given this to several people that didn't have theirs.
Yeah, you could have.
And here's our second line that has the Queen King on there.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, we use that at the ball for second line.
Oh, when you're
When you wave them.
All right.
They had
I love
umbrellas
it.
and we have umbrellas and towels for the second
Wait,
line.
does this one light up too?
It does. It does light up. It's fun too. But it's inside and
All
it's
the beads.
It looks
She's
like
got the
pearls.
coveted beads,
Right.
ladies and gentlemen. Well,
given to me by kings and queens and.
You should leave them by your window. I think
Okay,
they need a
that's
lot of
another
fresh
one?
air.
Oh.
They probably need fresh air, so I'd leave them by an open window.
Well, it sounds like this was another successful Krewe Mardi Gras parade. We were taken to and beyond the moon.
And you can watch this streamlined
Yes.
on your website, right?
Yes. You can watch it on our Facebook page and on myarclimist.com. And we are going to go ahead and sign off. Thank you all for tuning in to the 2025 Krewe of Janus Mardi Gras parade. Y'all have a great night.
Thank you, ladies.